Hi. So after not having recorded anything in a very long while, I'm suddenly back. We're having in HDS having archived some more software. We managed to finally obtain a copy of this obscure Swedish advertisement game or advergame called Pickup Express, which was really big thing in Sweden and in the Nordics in the year 2000 when this was released, basically completely unknown elsewhere. But it's an interesting game for many reasons. But um, and Unlike the earlier Mall Maniacs from the same company, UDS, in 1999, the Mall Maniacs had a US release eventually, which is extremely rare to find, even much more so than this one. The US release, that is. But this one didn't, as far as I know. Okay, so this is Pickup Express. It's a game for, it's in Swedish, as you can see here. So we will not delve, I will translate for you. This is single player, this is multiplayer, this is scoring, this is settings, and these are the credits. Now, if we start by the credits, I will show you one interesting thing first. So this was made by UDS, or Unique Development Studios, previously Unique Development Sweden, former Atari Demo Group, turned into company in 1993. And you can see here it says huvudprogrammerare, that's main programmer in Swedish, that's Alexander Boschar. And this Alexander guy is was a main developer for this very weird, crazy taxi-like, extremely advertisement-based delivery game. But he is today the senior lead developer and senior software engineer at 343 Studios, meaning he is today was the lead developer on both Halo 4 and Halo 5. Which is an interesting point of note that this is from early in his career um, as a developer. So there's quite a long step between this and Halo 4, actually. But the game itself, let's play a single player game. You have this was, by the way, distributed on in a cardboard sleeve, where it was like if you refueled a certain amount of gas for your car in Statoil, which is a big Nordic fuel or gas station chain, you could get. I recall that got the game for free or something for if you fueled a certain amount of gas or something. Uh, and the game itself is about driving Toyota vehicles, because this is also, like you said, an advert game, heavily on the advertisement part, uh, and making deliveries of certain branded goods. In Mall Maniacs, the game preceding this in 1999, they also did another advert game in 1996 called Patrick Polly's Swoosh Ball Challenge, but which is targeted toward a candy manufacturer in Sweden. So basically, did a lot of the UDS did these things to pay the bills, basically. But UDS is more known for, uh, especially the racing game Ignition from 1997, Airfix Dogfighter, which they did later, uh, and the Futurama game that they eventually did with the real Futurama license, which was also released on Xbox, I think. But they did like these advert games things to pay the bills, more or less, I would suppose. So this game has Express Race, like this is the delivery mode, and now we're in a single player menu. You have the bomb race, which is past the bomb, which is hilarious on LAN. Now it went into demo mode. Sorry about that. And also sorry about the resolution of this window, because it's hard to record this game or screen capture this game because it's an early DirectX 7 uh, game engine, which is hard to capture. So you have to make do with this. Uh, now the single player and express race. Let me just check the settings. You have the settings here. You can set two resolutions, 640 by 480 or 800 by 600, so not really super technically advanced. Um, And it's also heavily based on Crazy Taxi. The idea is definitely from Crazy Taxi, the Sega arcade game from 1999. If we go in here, we have Express Race. We have Bomb Race, like I said, it's a pass the bomb. Which is, like I was saying before, the demo interrupted me. It's hilarious in LAN. It has LAN multiplayer on TCP/IP, so you can play with friends. And the pass the bomb is extremely fun, where you have to ram into each other to pass the bomb until it eventually detonates when the time runs out, and the one who has the bomb as it detonates will lose. And then there is the competition race or the checkpoint race. We will have the express race. We will choose that, and you have the choice of championship by translating for it from Swedish here because this is a Swedish menu. Championship or single round. We will play single round. You can enter your name, and then you can select between these hilarious portraits. Let us pick this crazy guy, which apparently is a pastor with extremely crazy eyes. Then you can choose a variety of Toyota models here, which, as you can see, is geared towards the environmentally friendly thing. This will be another thing we will look at later, because the game actually not only promotes all this massive amounts of advertisement, it also promotes eco driving. It wants to like forcefully teach you eco driving or environmentally friendly driving. So you will get an eco driving score, which will then give you bonuses to your score. And if you have to refuel, you will take eco driving penalties, and you will also have to pay for fuel at said Statoil stations littered around the map if you run out of fuel. But that will also mean that you have to pay with your points and also lose eco driving score because you consume more fuel. The Avensis is obviously the best choice in the entire game, because this one has, apart from the extremely overpowered Celica, of course, which is a locked game or a locked car. But the Avensis has the room for 3 parcels, being an estate or estate wagon. So you can have a station wagon. So you can have three parcels, but also have good stats. Otherwise, the stats from top to bottom read speed, top speed, acceleration, grip, and fuel use. And then you can select between different levels, some being locked at first. I will take the suburb one. You can set your game time. We have 3 minutes, so we don't have to refuel because that's a huge pain. You have 2 opponents, and then we will start the game, and we will make a 3-minute points run. Let's see if you can spot the Crazy Taxi references with that huge arrow on top. And instead of picking up passengers, we're going to pick up branded items. And we start by picking up the Aftonbladet, which is Swedish for the evening post, because as everyone knows, to get the map as a delivery driver, you have to pick up the newspaper. So newspaper means you get a map and you can start the run. So now we pick up a Puma soccer shoes, and you can see it really pushes this advertisement thing in your face, doesn't it? When you pick some, oh, these controls are actually horrible. So here's the drop-off point for our soccer shoes, and we get score. Lots of billboards, lots of advertisement. Here is the Swedish grocery store chain, and this is the Statoil fuel station. We get mer, which means more, and this one you should know. Heinz tomato ketchup, you should know that one. You can see lots of branding going on here. Oh, these controls are really twitchy. Okay. Energy boosting chewing gum, anyone? Here's a drop off. Apparently someone in that store wanted a soft drink very badly, so yeah, let's give it to him. Have your soft drink, sir. I just want my points. And this is apparently a typical Swedish suburb, which I think is not actually true to life, but anyway. And the AI, as you can see, is completely brain dead. Let's go pick something else up. Do we have anything to pick? Oh yeah, I want this one. Yeah, the Onsala korv, which is Swedish for like Onsala is a city or a village rather. It's the Onsala sausage. So someone apparently had an extreme need for this type of sausage right now. So we're gonna deliver it. Oh, he didn't want the sausage, he wanted the ketchup. As you can see, lots of branding here and lots of actual brands. These are real brand names, so not entirely unlike Crazy Taxi, despite that the fact that the Sega Crazy Taxi game is an arcade game on which this has some similarities to is actually that is actually has a nice flow to it. This one is more rudimentary to say the least, but still interesting, and it's actually not horrible. It's actually quite fun to chase scores. It's especially fun in multiplayer, actually, I would say, especially Pass the Bomb, which is hilarious in multiplayer. And for a free game, the 3D engine and so on is actually not entirely horrible. Who wants this sausage? Nobody apparently wants this sausage. You have the eco driving and the fuel meter on the bottom left, by the way. I will see that now. If you look here, now we will see our eco driving score, and apparently we had a horrible eco driving score, and we only got 100 bonus points as opposed to the AI, which apparently had 150 and 300. So we actually drove horribly not environmentally friendly, so we got the lowest score. This is interesting in multiplayer, by the way, because someone can be trailing behind by several hundred points and then obviously win by being the slowest driver of all for having a higher eco driving score, which is quite fun, but not when you are leading by 200 points and then lose because someone else drove slower. That's a bit weird, but it really tries to focus on this whole eco driving aspect as well, for reasons unknown, I might add, because it really doesn't. It's like a mix of forcefully teaching you to drive slow while picking up branded things, and then having these branded things extremely zoomed in your face as you pick them up. It's a it's a strange game, to say the least, and it's also very interesting that there are some high-profile names involved in this game, in the making of this game, and including some high-profile brands, by the way, because you have brands uh, Panasonic, and you have Sony, and you have like some of the major names, and of course Toyota, of course, which also provided all of the car models for the game. So, it's an interesting piece of history from 2000, and now we have archived it, and you have also gotten a chance to actually see it, which might be the first time some of you non-Swedish people actually see this thing. You may know of Ignition, and you may definitely know the Futurama game, but you probably didn't know about this UDS game. So, also, you probably didn't know about the technological lineage between this and Halo 4. Yeah, that's it for this quick look, and see you later. Bye bye.